Hi everyone, welcome to the, Christmas edition of Let's Learn Crochet. This is the second episode so far. In the first one I made some slippers, which turned out great in my opinion. And today I want to do something Christmas related. Now, if you haven't seen it yet, Let's Learn Crochet is where I learn crochet. I guess I didn't need to explain that, it's all in the name. When I first started planning out this series, I thought the next one would be a hat. And it happens to be Christmas time when this is released. So I decided to make a Christmas hat. I'm very excited for this. I went through the pattern and I saw that there is at least one stitch I haven't done before. So I will get to learn something new and have a cute Christmas hat as a result. Now let's talk pattern, because there are so many patterns for Christmas hats. It's kind of difficult to pick one, but I went with one that, like I said, had a stitch I haven't done before and just looked a little bit more interesting than just a simple, let's say, double crochet all the way around Christmas hat. So what I went with is the, let me check, the Coffee House Santa hat by Nicole's Creations. I have the pattern printed out right here. It comes in 4 sizes. I'm pretty sure I'm the small adult size. I hope, we will see. And then for the yarn I have this yarn. This is from Hobby. This is the Christmas Starlight Soft. The red shade is shade 17 and the white one is shade 1. To be honest, when I bought these, I thought they had some sparkly thread throughout, but it's actually reflective. So I'll show what it looks like with the flashlight on it, because then you can see the reflective threads coming through. I did a gauge watch. I should be alright with this. If this doesn't work out, I also have backup yarn, but let's hope I don't need to do that. Obviously, I have my hooks. I don't really want to drag this out. I've said everything I want to say, I think, and I just want to get started. So we're starting with the white, because we are first going to make the brim, and the brim is going to be worked flat. Then it's going to be kind of sewn together when it's done, or crocheted together, I'm not sure yet. And then we will switch to the red and work the main body of the hat in the round in red. Now for the first part, for the white, I've read through the instructions and it's just double crochets and double crochets for the back loop. That's UK terms, by the way. The pattern is in US terms, but I just wrote the UK terms on here so that I get confused. And then we just do that for, I believe, 60 rows. And then we can move on. First part, not that difficult, so let's just get going. It fits. I just wanted to try it on if it even fits, but it does, so I can continue. So I finished the brim. I just worked the 16 rows of what I had to do and then joined the 2 short ends together. I think it looks pretty decent, my join. And then I worked 1 round of half double crochet, which I was supposed to do in the bigger needle, but I forgot. I think it's fine, at least it still fits on my head, so that's okay. Now we are going to work on the main body of the hat. So I need to switch to the red yarn and to the large hook. Did I say needle earlier? Anyway, hook. And now we're going to work in the round, and we're going to do first 2 rounds. That should be fine. It's just half double crochet and then double crochet. And for the next round I need to do the bean stitch, which I haven't done before. But within these instructions it is written out how you're supposed to do it, so I think that should be fine. I read over it. I also watched the YouTube video and it doesn't seem too difficult. Some of these instructions I'm not really sure yet what it even means, but I think once I get to it, it will make more sense. But yeah, we are just going to work in red in the round for a couple of rounds, and then I need to already start decreasing. So yeah, shouldn't be too difficult. We will see. I'm going to start now, and I'll see you in the next update. Well, I've reached the moment I need to work the first bean stitch. So I'm going to follow the instructions within the instructions, which is insert your hook in the intended stitch and pull up a loop, like that, I'm guessing. Then insert your hook back in this, first yarn over, insert your hook back in the same stitch and pull up another loop. 4 loops on the hook. Yeah, that's what I have. Yarn over again and again insert in the same stitch. 6 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And then yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. Okay, that's a bean stitch, I guess. That wasn't too difficult. That should be alright. And then chain 1 and skip a stitch and then do another bean stitch. Hang on. Skip that one. Go in here. 2, 3. Yeah. And there we go, a second one. And then we have 2 bean stitches. Okay, that's fine. I thought it would be a little bit more difficult, but this is pretty easy. I'm going to continue. This is what we have so far, and I really like how this looks. I think it looks so good. I'm even considering just maybe making another one of these, but stopping right here. To kind of use it as more of a headband. Maybe, because this looks so nice. Let me give you a close-up. I think it looks beautiful. Very excited to keep going. The next round is a decrease round, and I have done decreases before in crochet, and I feel like I understand the whole concept. And I've not done decreases on half treble crochet yet, but I feel like because I understand the concept, I'll be able to make it work. I'm pretty sure I know what to do. So I'm going to do that. And from this point on, we're just going to do a combination of decrease rounds and normal rounds, basically all the way to the top. Okay, I had to double check the instructions. But once the crocheting is done, I do need to add a pom-pom as well. But from this point on, we're just going to do the same thing over and over until we reach the end. So I think we'll go into time-lapse mode until the crocheting part is done. And then we need to make the pom-pom. It's going really quickly, really quickly. Very exciting. crocheting portion is done. I think it's looking great so far. Well, I mean, it's almost done, so I think it's looking great. All I need to do now is make a pom-pom to go right here, which should be relatively quick. I have the white yarn that I used for the brim, and I have a pom-pom maker because I like using pom-pom makers. So I'm going to make this pom-pom really quickly, sew that on, and then we can go to the final reveal. And here it is, all done, pom-pom and all. And I think it looks adorable. I think it looks so nice. I really like the bean stitch pattern that's all over the hat. I also really like the colors I went with, because I went with a slightly darker red, more of a burgundy. I just think it looks really, really nice. I love it. Now, let me show you, because the yarn has some reflective threads in it, but you don't see that until you turn the lights on. So let's turn on the lights. It's now suddenly very bright, but I think you can now see the reflectiveness of the hat, and I think it looks really interesting. I mean, realistically speaking, you won't see these threads in everyday wear, because there's not always going to be a light shining on my head. I will say, when I was working on it and I was somewhere close to sunlight, I already saw the reflective thread. So it's a really fun and interesting detail that it adds to the hat. Anyway, I think it looks lovely. I'm going to keep the lights on just to keep the reflectiveness going. Now, I was done much quicker than I thought I would be done. So I made a second one. I actually made this out of yarn I had left over from the Christmas blanket that I made. Anyway, I had a lot of yarn left over, so I decided to make a second one. This one is slightly smaller though, and my plan isn't to be wearing this. My plan is to put this on a mannequin that has my Christmas dress on it that I made last year. I think it would look really nice as just a decorative Santa hat on a mannequin. So I have two. I actually was thinking of making a third one, but I thought let's just stop now, because who needs 3 Christmas hats? I don't. I would like to have 3 Christmas hats, but I don't need it. And there we have it. It was a really easy pattern to work with. I found it was very clear. I had a lot of fun working on this. It went so fast. Just a very enjoyable experience from start to finish. So that was the second episode of my Trying Crochet series. Now for the next installment, I'm going to step it up a little bit, because I want to make a sweater. And I know I've said in the beginning that that was something I would be working towards as like a final thing. But I realized while I was going through patterns that things like full-on dresses, cardigans, stuff like that will be way more complicated. So I decided to dip my toes into the actual clothing part, because I've done slippers and a hat. I haven't done any clothing, and I want to start by making a sweater. So I'm very excited for that. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Anyway, I'm going to end this here now. Thank you for watching. Have a Merry Christmas if you're celebrating. I believe this goes live right before Christmas, so the timing should be perfect. Have a great day and I will see you in the next one.